Hey, it's Andy from Global Basketball, and today I'm joined at Vegas Summer League 2016 with the commissioner of the NBL of Canada, Dave Magley. And Dave, what makes the NBL of Canada and Global Basketball Summer League such a good fit for these players?
Well, again, for us to be able to put as many eyes on as many kids as we can, we're allowed up to 8 imports or 8 foreign players, which are typically Americans. And the more opportunities we get to see guys, the greater the likelihood is that we pick the right guys. I'm a big believer that by watching guys play, you can tell how they are as characters. And if a guy competes hard and he has a good character playing, chances are he's going to be good in the community, good in the schools, and everything else that we try to do. So for us, it's important that we put our eyes on it. We think Daryl Reshaw does as good a job as anybody putting it on. We're partnering with Daryl this year on our summer combine series. We've got global basketball on our shirts because Daryl's going to help us promote it once this event is done, and maybe do some other marketing stuff. He's got a big marketing opportunity that we're trying to put together with him right now and help find some sponsorships for our league through global basketball.
The NBL of Canada is a relatively new league, founded within the last decade. How is the country taken to the league, to basketball right now? What's the climate like in Canada?
It's exciting. I mean, we're on the front end of something really big. There's more Division One players come out of the Greater Toronto area than out of New York City. There's more Canadians in the NBA than any other country besides the U.S. It's the most popular participation sport. So there's no reason to believe that the next 5, 10, 20 years that our league's not going to just explode because of the popularity of the sport in Canada.
Now, you guys have expanded, and you've also changed the rules regarding imports with up to 4 Canadian players now required for every team. Have you noticed an influx in interest from Canadians? Have the Canadian players been getting better? You mentioned the NBA players from Canada. How is especially the younger people and the immigrants taken to the game in Canada?
Well, there's a lot of great talent in Canada. The CIS system, which is the university system, is huge in Canada. We're just developing a lot of those relationships right now. For us to get a much bigger content in Canada, we've got to be able to pay more, to be quite frank, because a lot of our best Canadians are playing for a lot of money overseas in other places. They'd love to come home and play in their own country and speak their own language and be around their families. But we got to be able to pay the Canadians a little bit more to bring them home because, quite frankly, there's not as many of them as there is in the U.S. For every one guy that will play for our league minimum in Canada, there's 100 Americans that would play for that. So you just have a lot more of a pool to choose from when you don't quite pay quite as much.
Here with Dave Magley, Commissioner of NBL of Canada, and I want to talk about really the level of play at your game. Recently, in the past year, you had a team take on an NBA D-League team, and it was a competitive game. What is the state of your league competitively at the moment?
Oh, we would like to argue that we think that our league's as good as any league in the world because of the amount of talent we have, and we lost by 3 to a D-League team last year, and they were gracious enough to play with us, and it's been great.
We're out of time, but thank you for joining us, Dave Magley, at Global Basketball.